During the year, my feet began to feel quite warm. Fuck you, right? You don't know that that's not a thing. Don't you fucking laugh at me, right? I had hot feet. That might be something. That could be the first stage of huff and fluffer's disease. You don't know to be laughing at me. In 10 years' time, you could be queuing outside W.H. Smith to buy an autobiography I had to write with my eyebrow because it's the only bit of me still moving. And when I do, I will mention you. What happened when I told people I had huff and fluffer's disease? Well, Hammersmith laughed in my face. I had hot feet, and I booked an appointment with my GP, and I sat one morning surrounded by sniffly pricks in the GP's waiting room going, oh, that's not a thing, that'll be gone in a week. This is a fucking thing. This is a thing. And I went into the GP, and he said, what seems to be the problem? I said, well, my feet are quite warm. And he gave me this look of, what have I done to deserve this? But he knows he has to give me 10 minutes, and there's nothing really at stake, clearly. So he goes, great, I got a bit of a break in the middle of my day. So he goes, you tell me everything about your hot feet. You tell me how they feel in the morning. You tell me how they feel in the evening. You don't leave any details out. This is my listening face. I am totally focused on you. I am totally about you and your hot feet. And I give him the full spiel about me hot feet, right? And then at the end of it, he went, well, I think we're going to have to send you to... And there was a tangible pause while he tried to work out, who the fuck am I going to send this man to? What field of medicine does this even come under? And eventually he went, a neurologist. I went, no, you've gone too high with a brain doctor. I've seen the reaction I got off you. I'm not going to a brain doctor, into a room so with pictures of brains everywhere and a CAT scan of a brain and an MRI. There's probably a bloody brain in a jar on the desk. And I'm supposed to go, oh, you're very good with brains. How are you at feet? But nonetheless, he says, I'm going to write you a letter of referral. So I begin to rise out of my chair, presuming this is a thing he does in his own time. But no, with me still there, he picks up the dictaphone and goes, patient presented with warm face. I'm still here. I'm in the room. Could you put a bit of peril in your voice? Could you just act it up a bit, for God's sake? I went home to my wife, who is herself a doctor, and I said, he humiliated me in that room. And she takes duty of care very seriously and professional standards of patient interaction, and she thought this was fucking hilarious and has continued to dictate this letter intermittently for the last 6 months. We'll just be out and she'll go, patient is examining dessert menu. No, now patient seems to be examining waitress. Patient should stick to the banoffee if he knows what's good for his health in the long run.